saying I hope you're well, Miguel. I do. Nothing against you, bro. No matter what people say and do, no matter how much they smear me, I'm going to show love to folks. I told you. You go through so much shit, you give up and hate and negativity. You know, I know people try to disgustingly like rage bait me, but it doesn't work, man. Shout out to Miguel. Yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ. Even the atheistic historians don't deny his existence. The question is, was he a solar eclipse? Was he the son of God, right? In fact, I did a video on this. But anyway, Yeshua. Well, I could have sued them. I'm aware of this, and I didn't. In fact, what did I... This is what I'm trying to show the authorities and other people. You know, and I still show love to you-know-who. Trying to show him back in February that it's not his fault. He was told things about me. He thought I was his... You know, yeah, no. 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 What I did was look out for an individual who was going through mental health problems, while other people who weren't just random fuckos, right? In the picture, you know, Chalk, Grandma Shatterpants, these people, right? They were making light of the situation. So I was really good to this person. So this is an absolute fucking joke and disgusting. Meanwhile, I can't even get in my main account to post on there, and this one takes off, and you got people trying to bot my account, as they put it. You know, like that just helps me on the algorithm growth. But I don't care about this shit, man. I'm looking forward to getting out of my rut soon. You know, obviously once I get my shit back, you know, and I can really get into the sway of things. But you know, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Danny Darko. All you do is talk about people. No, I don't. I don't talk about people no more. I am amused, though, by people that try to bait me. You're going to look ridiculous talking about this 5-10 years from now. I'm just going to keep making positive content, emitting positive vibrations, and ensuring that I never get Baker Acted again and never break the law. Yeah, people pathetically are wishing for my downfall. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, I'm shattered, Rusty. Charges, plural. It was absolute bullshit. That's why I have respect for the local police. They can see it. What about the feds? I'm just a guy that showed love to Miguel, you know? Oh, man. Can't make this shit up. Where did I come from? Nah, I don't care to have any removed. I like my ink. See, this is why I don't have anything against them. They realize it's messed up. Oh, imagine, I've been sitting right in this goddamn fucking room for years documenting this shit. And there's a lot online that the feds don't see because there's no record of it. It's not in my search history, it's not in my notes, it's not in files. And all that shit is old. That case was closed, the statute of limitations has expired, and I've protected many people. Legally, or their image, however, you know, in other words, people lie through their teeth and everything falls apart. So I graciously don't talk about them. Anyone else would, right? They'd be, you know, suing or saying, I'm going to expose you. No, I show love. I forgive people. People are embarrassing themselves, hiding behind, you know, alternate accounts, fake accounts. The futile smear campaign. Meanwhile, I'm making friends. A couple people in Port St. Lucie want to fucking hang out. And then again, I got a couple friends overseas, the one of which I video chat with, you know, since months back. No, it was a chimney I fell down, face first. Sicilian. My end goal? To move on with my life. Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, that's an old Twitter. How am I talking about other people? And even if I was, I have a legal right, and I'm not. What I do is have my mom watch my TikTok live streams because she knows what's up, and she also, more importantly, screen recorded. They're being screen recorded upon a secondary device. This way you can see all the chat activity. So down the road, people look worse. Yeah, she likes to watch my TikTok. Some of these comments. You know, some of these people, how they were reached out to. Like, I mean, Selena's been quiet. We have a few others that have been chill and being nice to me, and it means a lot. This is why I didn't hold anything against Daniel, because I knew that he was just told shit about me. In other words, he hasn't been in the picture watching. He has a life, right? Watching day and night what I've been enduring for years. Neither did the local PD. They don't really know. You know, if they spent every waking day on here since that case I had built, right? Since what I've been accumulating, right? Just didn't bring it to the table. I don't care about that shit. It's in case I ever had to, in other words, right? But at this point, right, that's why the police are like, careful, you can get yourselves in trouble. Harassment, right? Could sue them for all this shit. They're bordering on the criminal. Yeah, it's true. But well, the charges were dropped, but the investigation is still active, which it could be active, right? Authorities and feds for 100 years. Walking on eggshells, that's an understatement. But nah, I'm just zen. People can't rage bait me. Even if I wanted to be rage baited, I can't do it. It doesn't work anymore, you know what I mean? This is why in Scare Pranks, OZDFWT, my primary account that I don't have access to, so I can't even go in there and post positive content. You know what I mean? Like, I was acting a certain way because, shit, you know, there's nothing I could do. There's already a warrant out. I knew there were pending charges. It was just a matter of when. So I was like, all right, what do you think? I'm going to be like some criminal and try to flee? No, I bought my ticket. Yes, narcissism. That's a word. People can allege narcissism. You got to show evidence of it. And this is what I have evidence of. Narcissism. Exactly that, my friend. What is this? Good luck with what? I'm doing just fine. Yeah, I'm doing good, Diaz. That didn't bother me, Alfie. I have a high pain threshold. Yeah, I'm doing much better. Dollhouses galore! New Jersey! Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I got all those, those last few videos and shit, edgy videos. It's what I mean. I was doing that on purpose. I was playing a character, so to speak, right? Fucking bugging my eyes out and shit. In other words, you know, at the end of the day, when you see the body cam footage, you'll understand. That's why I said to him, "Does it look like I'm after lawsuits?" Yeah, come on. That's why I said, seriously, off the record, right? By the way, nice shades. I like your shades, right? Just looking at me over there to my right. No, but seriously, you know what I mean? It's yeah. Did I piss off the wrong people? What is it? I mean, look at this shit, you know? you can't make this shit up. No, there's nothing incriminating here, right? That's good, because I'm not what people tried to paint me out as, but they're so desperately trying to paint me out as that. And it's other people who mention people's names. You look at me, I've been smeared for years. The fucking narcissistic smear campaign against me. Yeah, Opal, that's the thing. And why is that funny? Oh, because you're a terrible person. No, it made me go viral. All the more. Yeah. And now lawsuits, Opal. Opal, whatever. Lawsuits. You understand? Potential lawsuits. Yeah. Ask them about the $75,000 loan. And my own funds, not to mention that. If we have to, we have to. We utilize a lawyer. Plus, we got to file a motion. Sure, bum. Sure what? Yeah. Learn the law, dummy. If you were in my shoes, you'd be saying the same thing. I'm not broke. How the fuck do you think I'm covered in ink? Not saying I'm a millionaire by any means, but Obviously, I have funds. Hey, what's going on? I could sue them. I just don't care to sue them. This is why he's been nice to me. She just went quiet. The real question is why Gary and Selena did what they did. Would you like to know who had them do it? You think they were paid? It's a rhetorical question. I did tell that to the detective when he took me to the station prior to being brought to jail. I said, there's some people that actually are, you can, well, Miguel Acosta, well, not him, but the feds can tell you better. Mom and dad's money. You don't see me bashing other people. No. You see me defending other people. When it was really their mommy's money. Your mommy's money, right? For a whole year, I'm bullied viciously, and then people secretly try to build a case against me. I mean, come on, man. Right. People don't want to take responsibility. Appreciate the likes, Mandy. Like I said, we have a little history, Mandy. Yeah. We got some mutual acquaintances. People from our past. All the time, people always ask in TikTok. Usually it's all about the tattoos, but there's Matthew. Sorry, Jake. It doesn't work with me. I don't talk about that anymore. What do you think I am? Some delusional guy who thinks that everyone knows that I had a so basically there was a chick I was with, right? And she gave birth to an aardvark. And then she gave this aardvark, this baby aardvark, to another individual in Mobile, Alabama. No, I'm just kidding with you. I'm just being fucking weird, man. I don't know where people come up with these delusions. I think some of y'all need a Baker Act. I'm not talking about anything, Schmo. Daniel went quiet, but I'm the guy that protected him, so there's nothing to be concerned about. All these people that say I'm broke or idiotic. Roughly $20,000 worth of income, and close to it. I mean, obviously I have funds, folks. I could probably make an OnlyFans right now and make some good bank in there, right? I don't like handouts, but I got my own money, and my family, again, has the $75,000 loan. So, oh, douche, I'm shattered. Okay. So they'll use as much as they have to, but nobody wants us to go to court, I promise you that, because of what I would do as a result, and I don't want to. That's posting publicly non-admissible evidence, everything that, it'll ruin everyone's image. It'll show who's lying through their teeth. Everyone has their story, their argument, and sorry, feds, trust me. If you think there's a 0.1 chance, yeah, higher than that, because it's hosted online. It is. Yep. Prior associations, transcripts. And here I am, graciously not mentioning names that I can name, I have every right to mention names and talk about the traumatic, literal cyber-stalking and fucking goddamn smearing against me. I mean, look at the fucking smear campaign against me for years now, right? You look at the fucking shit that my father had to go through on the phone for over a year with that criminal mischief case, right, etc. I've been talking about it, I just haven't brought it to the table, I mean, shit, there's a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm going to maintain, once again, my spotless record, as I've told you. No need for a Baker Act, and that's what it is. Going to be traveling, making positive content. Scared of what? Please go get help. Why? Because I'm doing wondrously and my psychiatrist agrees? So does my family? No, actually, my family's very much on my side. because they can see what's been going on. That's why my mom screen records this, because even the detective deals in intelligence, can see just how insanely fucked up it is, which is why Daniel's on my side, for fuck's sake. And like I told Daniel, somebody showed me screenshots in the actual group chat, hence the flowers on the tattoo and the gecko on the on the tattoo. And so I was being shown photos in a group chat for a long time, the real group chat, not that fucking bullshit. Because remember, before all that, I was saying Mark is sane, right? And it's like the last thing I left on my camera roll, on my secondary device. That's the one that somebody took a hammer to and then threw it in my head, and graciously, what, I just put up with that shit, Anyone else would have sued, not me, man. Certainly not according to any medical professional that's credible. So no. ADD, yes. Appreciate the likes, Mandy. Sue Brown. My dad picked correct. Oh, so what is it? Somebody said, I think it was yesterday, they said Bakery Act. Bakery Act. Oh, I know. With that Baker Act, a Floridian Baker Act lawyer would have had a field day. I mean, come on, folks. If I wanted to ruin people, right, ruin people's image or sue the shit out of people, I could have done that a long time ago, long before all this. Right? How many other people? You look at what I went through. You look at what the feds, the authorities can see going through my property. Damn. How about that? This is why they told people to be easy. Right. You look at the shit back in 2024, and my father's dealing with the case. He's speaking to Mark Formicelli, public defender first, then he transitions to Jennifer Burton. She goes by first and middle name, Jennifer Tolomeo. Right, and you kidding me? People are fucking saying the most disgusting, hateful things, threatening me and bullshit. Like, man, come on. It's crazy. Bear with me here. Like I said, I'm just stoked about making positive content. I've been doing good, having fun with my TikTok karaoke. Been watching shit with my dad, spending time with family. I turn 36 tomorrow. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I'm fucking old. Physically, I'm fucking 80. I've had face tats since 2019, I think. That's when I started getting them. Appreciate it. How do you think I got them? You still live at home? I live under my metaphorical rock. But not for long. I'm looking forward to traveling again. Finally getting the fuck out there. It's a lot I want to see. Aren't you pretty? Sure, I got a life. Says the person who just goes on TikTok to troll me. That's what we call a fucking loser. Skippy, how you doing, Skippy? Appreciate it. Dinner taco, okay. You still here, Rusty? Man, you need to get a life. Pretty sad I have to tell you that. Native Spirit. Good old Journeys. Appreciate you, Journeys. Appreciate you because you're genuine. What did you have? For dinner. Didn't have dinner yet. I had lunch. So I'm thinking for dinner I'm going to have turkey burgers. It's been a bit since I made turkey burgers. I usually make a fucking baked potato with that shit. It's fucking awesome. That's what I'm saying, brother. Some people, let's say they're friends with or they're siding with people. They're going to, side with them by default, even if they're wrong. But you genuinely said, by now you can see that people are just trying to bait me and shit. And it's toned down so much because they know that people are bordering illegal. Oh, like I said, I could have been in the phone long before Selena got in the phone with you-know-who. You know, my family's not stupid. I'm not stupid. What stopped me from getting on the phone right now and pursuing this? Like, I really don't care to. You know, we do have money. It's, you know, fuck. Even if there's like a really poor person, let's say, right, or they didn't have money for nothing, could barely eat, or you can get a pro bono lawyer, right? It's not about that. As a matter of fact, when I was in jail, right, I utilized a fucking public defender. Why use one? You know, I consulted with one. I told you months back. You know, it's beside the point. You know what my father told him? What I told him to tell him, because this is what my family's now aware of. I said I have evidence that'll clear my name. He told him that. Yeah, he says mark as evidence that'll clear his name. Within 48 hours, I was released. I'm not saying that's why I was released. Charges were dropped. You know, for whatever. You know why? I'm just saying. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm never gonna break the law. Never gonna do shit. You know. No, it's the principle. You know what I mean? It's. I don't care about. What's the point? What does suing people do? Why would I want to bring Miguel to court? In other words, right? Shit, I fucking protected those up in New York. I chose this. Right? You can't make this up. The feds know it. I mean, it's bananas. Turned down multiple lawsuits over the last few years. Oh my goodness, caps lock, the unnecessary utilization of capitalization. Whatever you say, Aries. You need to relax. Because I like ink. These stories are bananas. Well, these stories are on camera. I've always been calm and chill. Have you seen the body cam footage of January 8th, 2024? The one that's heavily muted and partially redacted? Right? I was like, you know, I'll pay for the property. What's going on here, right? They wanted to paint me out as delusional. No. Get the best medical professional in the world. Give me a, you know, let's conduct a psychological assessment right now. Let's, yeah, let's do that. No. Like I said, I'm all about showing the whole truth, right? Whole truth and nothing but the truth. Tell the truth, the whole truth. Other people want to hide this and twist that. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to be honest. Oh, sorry. Yes, there was most certainly an audio recorder, a generic, basic audio recorder. Yeah, a little audio recorder. Yeah, it just wasn't in this house. But it's not like the authorities showed up because of shit from New York. That case was closed. The charges were dropped, right? Or I'm sorry, the statute of limitations expired. But yeah, they were all dropped. A fucking criminal mischief case. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Did you know that Christine, the movie, right, is based off of Nicole Robichaux's BMW? It's a good movie though, Christine, right? But anyway. Y'all are funny. I like how they think this, like, you know, for those handful of idiots in here that are trying to bait me and discredit me or whatever. I like how they think this accomplishes something. What do you think? Someone's going to see it and do I care about people's opinions? I don't care if the whole world has an idea of me. My family can see what's up. We fucking screen record this shit. I'm sure nobody's siding with certain people. Ask the feds. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta relax. You sound delusional. Appreciate it, Georgia. You sound like a schizo. Like when I was trolling people and they took me serious all throughout 2024. Trevor was not relevant. I'll tell you who a character is. Daniel Robinson. Oh, man. You know, on my property. You see that? Yeah. Oh. The Duck Man. Hank Hill. Oh, yeah. Hank, Peggy, Bobby. Yeah, we got Jimmy Witcher, too. And there's also Ladybird. We got Ladybird. There's Ladybird upside down. You know, I saw you earlier, Jack Dempsey, in North Georgia Audits Live. Did you know that that entire live stream was screen recorded? North Georgia Audit? Yeah, there's a lot of people in Discord. A couple of them helped me out. Like I said, I got a couple friends overseas still. Jack, hit the road, Jack. Better knock it back. No more, no more, no more, no more. I'm doing wonderful. I like your username, Native Spirit. That's cool. No, I would not. I'm content with my face ink. Yes, a majority of them are cartoon characters. No, I'm not a Satanist. Well, if I was going to start working, like, or especially like a 9 to all day shit, you know, I just do work from home online. I just help my father out now. He's retired, you know. I started working in 2006. I was 16. You know, so right off the bat, I was working. You know, a whole bunch of jobs I had. I could give you my whole fucking, what do you call it, resume? You know, I had a lot of jobs, so I worked as soon as I was legally old enough out in the retail sector. My last one, again, as I said like 20 minutes ago, was in 2011. Yeah, New Jersey, right. That's what's my last job. In Paterson, New Jersey, I worked with freight in the garden section, fucking Paterson, New Jersey, at the Home Depot. I liked it, you know. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., you know, when the fucking store was closed. Actually, I've done it many times. You know. How about when I went to Virginia and had an affair behind Johnny Boy's back? Yeah. You can ask my mom because she met the one who I had an affair with. The authorities can see the videos. But no, there's a lot of solo camping I did in my 20s. I'll be doing that again. You know, I'm stoked about it, you know. Everyone said traveling will do me good, even those overseas. You notice? Fucking bananas. People are nuts. First tat was right here. There's Mac Pirate there for you. It's the finder, right? I was 17. Yeah. I had a good childhood. It was really the teens and 20s that were fucked. My 20s, I just drank like a fish and was out in the forest all the time. No, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Bring my fucking GoPro, go camping again, solo camping. People are gonna look so fucking lame and immature, you know. I'll be fucking out there, independently wiping my own ass, going out into the fucking wild, fucking traveling around. Won't have to hitchhike. I can take Ubers, right? Because I don't drive, but fucking, you know. And I could. I just fucking never, you know, took the test, fucking got the fucking permit and fucking driver's license, but it's beside the point, you know. Just didn't care to. These last few years have been wild. Those are just lyrics to a fucking punk rock song. Figured it correlates well with the crosses of St. Peter. Occasionally. When will I get my account back? Right, I can't even log into it. So, when I get my mobile device back from the authorities. Yeah. Like I said, if we have to, we'll have a lawyer file a motion. That's why my mom is, she really wants her shit back more than anything. Are you getting filtered? I'm unsure. Yeah, I'm sober. I'm sober for a long ass time. Word salad at its best, which doesn't negate anything. It's irrelevant. That's like saying Miguel's a character, another character, which doesn't negate the fact that he's a person who committed a crime, regardless of the statute of limitations expiring. Years. I don't know how many years. I don't know exactly, honestly. All I can tell you is that to say I drank like an absolute goddamn fish, indescribably so, would be an understatement. I just eventually did. Went through DTs, all that shit. You can't sue no one. Yeah, the authorities beg to differ, and common sense will dictate that. Trust me. You hire a lawyer and $75,000 from a loan, not to mention I have some funds as well. Oh, you can hire a lawyer that'll argue otherwise. Yeah, I can. It's called harassment. People who've been harassing me online and cyberstalking me, etc. for years. People who've made death threats. People who are rat pieces of shit. You want to talk about defamation of character or fucking goddamn emotional distress? Yeah, I certainly can, my friend. And then you look at what happened on April 14th. Right? Potentiality for lawsuits. But I'm just trying to move on with my life. I tried to say up in New York, they went so far, all because of the mess that they were caught in. Well, people play the victim and they try to take their own behaviorisms and put them onto me, and it's not going to work. Well, I'm doing wonderful. Any therapist would agree. My family knows it. My psychiatrist knows it. It's amusing, you know? I could wait a year. Nothing's going to happen. It'll be people looking lame as I screen record the lives on a daily basis, trying to bait me. Other people probably getting into legal trouble because they'll say something stupid. Like all of, again, the death threats I've received, the stalking, the bullying for years. And people just help my case, people that were my friends, right? And yeah, how about that? And then eventually I still get to travel anyway and mind my business. Like I did. Look at my YouTube, you know. What did I used to do up in New York? Same shit. I'm going to be camping too. I'm fucking stoked. Oh yeah, I'll be recording them. They'll be all over my social media. Barr family? What the fuck is a Barr family? You gotta think of some new material, Rusty. Rusty Chandler. Another failed attempt to bait me. There's some people that want to hang out. I haven't in a while. I have online friends that I talk to, one of whom I video chat with. He's over in the UK ever since I was still getting along with you-know-who. In fact, I won't be staying at a hotel when I do go over there because I'll be crashing with him. Might even stay a few months. Yeah, I heard you. I don't care. She oftentimes, this is why I screen record it, obsessively comes into my lives. Well, people like Daniel and others, well, they let me know that she apparently, I would never allege that, no, but apparently some people, I don't think it's her, I mean, she would never do that, or using alternate accounts to bait me, but all I know is people are baiting me. People are pathetic, and the authorities, again, having gone over my property, can see what's been going on for years. That other people are doing this shit to me. And it's been like this, constantly. Hence every live stream up in fucking New York, right? Yapping about nothing. Well, that's okay, Benny. I'm having a good time. Danny and I are like this now. You sound delusional. What next? You're going to claim someone else was using his account? Come on, man. Gotcha. Yeah, you've been around a long house, dollhouse. You've been around a long time, dollhouse. I swear to God, I'm fucking dyslexic now, apparently. Yeah, I don't understand what you were saying, Rusty, genuinely. Nobody in your family are in the court system. When did I claim that my family are in the court system? Huh? Like I said, and this has nothing to do with your question, I'm ignoring it. I was in the group chat for real. Selena was telling the truth, right? So I checked it again. 'Cause people usually show me screenshots anyway. No, sorry, not people. A person sent me screenshots. This was going on for months. This is how I saw the photo. The fucking flowers, the little gecko, right? Again, it's all about why Daniel and Selena, and this has been, there's been other people years back, why they came into the picture, right? Ask the feds. They're smarter than I. They drop the charges. I don't break the law, right? I mean, come on, folks. Be good people. You can't bait me. Nice one. No, I'm not saying that at all. No, Edward. I'm saying I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I just wanted to tell you that I actually was in a group chat and not the fake group chat. Mark is saying, yeah, the authorities can see that. It was the last thing on my camera roll I left for him. People trying to bait me, but this is why, again, I was trying to be cool with Danny, back in February on his other account. It's Kiff, right? Because I knew that he was just lied to. He was fed this false narrative. Look at you-know-who, right? When she first came into the picture. Not this past April, last April. Right? She thought she was fighting a good cause. False allegations originating up in New York. Yeah. Shout out to you, Daniel. And I know you very well, Jack Dempsey. Like I said, there's not a live stream there were live streams being screen recorded while I was in jail. Not by me, obviously, and not by my mom. I have more than one Discord accounts. Like I said, I've genuinely forgiven people. And no, it's not easy to do. I've been through so much fucking trauma. Ask the authorities about the videos of me being smeared viciously, cry my eyes out, all this bullshit, man. But anyway, it's all good. Let's talk about something else, man, right? Here I am graciously not mentioning names, not going on about this or that, doing wonderfully. Y'all are nitpicking. Those are funny videos. Are you the leader there of this operation, right? The eggs, right? You don't need the box because you don't eat the fucking box. That's funny. No, Daniel understands now because he can see. This is why he wants no part of it. Unless he's just saying that. Unless someone else is using his account. Ooh. Come on. What do you mean having people in court? I don't follow. I was not in court with anyone. Having people in court? Are you trying to say I'm lying about being able to take someone to court? I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't. I never said I trusted him. I just said I appreciate some of the things that he's saying. Make positive content, which I am doing. You know. You don't see me posting videos of a certain someone, right? Screaming, even threatening to possibly swat us. No. This was long before anyone ever contacted any authorities or anything like that, right? You know, so no. I dealt with that for close to 3 years up in New York. I showed love to people. All I know is I'm getting messages from people who say that a certain someone and others are using alternate accounts to pathetically try to bait me, and I'm going to continue to move on with my life and show love to folks, which is why I have respect for the local PD. It's not their fault. They're just getting calls from people, and they can say, okay, wow, that's fucked up. You know, they're just doing their job. I'm about love, not lawsuits. You mean working in the court system? No. Is that what you're trying to say? My dad working in the court system or what? No, not at all. Oh, crotch yogurt is back. Which phone calls? I don't follow Edward. People who encourage people to make those phone calls are now the ones befriending you. Well, yeah, I know she spoke to him. And hell, right after I was arrested on April 14th and taken to the station before I went to jail, right, and I had a discussion with the detective. And I'm not going to, mention anything specific. I have not. And all this, I'm not even mentioning names. I can mention names. I know what I can post and what I can't post. I know the law quite well. What am I trying to say? Oh, yeah, but we had a discussion about Selena. I even told them they were trying to bait me with the fake group chat, right, the names. So, yeah. I could have sued people a long time ago. This is why I was shaking my head like, you have no idea. This has been going on for years. Years. Now people can see it. Yeah, I had fucking cameras in this house. Just to, in other words, who cares? The cameras in the house to document just how bad it was. You'll see what was going on with my family, what was really happening, just the stress they had to go through, the BS, phone calls that were had, right, externally, and then the calls themselves, because call recording software, etc. It helps. No, I never talk about that. My dad wouldn't lie to keep me out of jail. That's the kind of person he is. That's what I'm all about, people taking responsibility. In fact, I had a friend for a good year who said repeatedly she has a lot of respect for my father. That doesn't really fit the narrative of people saying shut up and expose, it's cruel. But this is why I continually tried to show love to Selena and others who were potentially trying to bait me into, at the end of the day, I'm the guy who gets to freely travel, show love, and other people just slander me, and everyone can see there's no evidence of this. Why are they saying this, right? 20 years from now, people are going to say, but I still have a spotless record after 10 years of trauma, right? And then nothing's ever going to happen. No need for a Baker Act. I'm going to continue to live my life and show love to people. Whereas I could have sued people, I'm not just talking about now. I'm saying a long time ago, I could have taken legal action. Oh, you really can't make this stuff up. Poor Marcus Spotless record. You're another funny one. Keep making your accounts. Inside stuff? No. I have evidence of things. That's not really what you're saying. Oh yeah, this has been going on for years, Jack Dempsey. Like I said, I was reading everything you said in Sean's Live earlier in North Georgia Audit. These people forget that, some of these accounts in 2024 leaving comments, every single comment. There's never been a comment, even if someone deleted it, that I hadn't screenshotted or saved, Every piece of information. I document everything. It's up again, Journeys. Good old Journeys. Part of the court system? Well, he's certainly not. You must have misheard what I said. You're saying that he, like, works in the legal system? He's like a legal... No. No. He did appliance repair. He started doing that in 1975. I mean, went to school for it and shit before that. Authorized, independently. So yeah, no. He teaches at the Sunday school. I'm sorry, no, he teaches Sunday school at the church, is what I should have said. Let's see. Common Sense. Nice username. Job for a Cowboys. I know you. You hear me? Job for a Cowboys. I know you. I did 20 minutes ago. You did before that. I appreciate you, Jack. Oh, it's a good question. I haven't kept up with anything recent. The fucking last movie I saw in the theaters months back was the newest Final Destination they did. Can't believe they did another one, right? Holy fuck. It was actually really good, right? For those that have seen that newest Final Destination months back. It's fucking good. Weapons? I'll have to check it out. Olga's back. It's a fantastic franchise. See, that's the thing, Zach. People say that a lot. You think you're so smart. When did I ever come off as anything other than humble? Genuinely. No, I'm serious, because, come on. When you have all these videos in the public domain, you can see them, right? And probably been said on live streams. I have the live streams downloaded. What did she say? So intelligent. He's so intelligent. I'm not going to say, yeah, you're right. No, I'm not. I'm humble. I don't think that. I've never... When did I ever try to act like I'm smart? When? I'm genuinely asking. Because I don't exemplify any behavior in that way. I don't have... No. For most of my life, I've been a fool. So, no, I don't want to... I don't think I'm some fucking genius by any means. Other people say this to me, people that have befriended me and shit, so I don't... You want to call me a douchebag, tell me I smell or something, that's one thing, but... Like I said, certain people are just, they got a hate boner for me, so they gotta say something, That's what it is. And that right there is what's been happening for years. I'm going to message everyone that supports you and show them the truth. And this is why somebody overseas, and this is why my friends overseas, I made a couple that I still talk to for months back. All the hashtag and this and that, right? On my video chat with, now you understand. They don't even come in the public domain. Wouldn't matter, but he just doesn't want to deal with all the messages and the comments. Me, I don't care, But I appreciate you, Jack. So my opinion on aliens and UFOs, I don't look at them as extraterrestrial. I look at them as interdimensional, and therefore spiritual beings. The Nephilim, maybe? So I look at it differently. So slightly higher than that, actually, but it doesn't matter. Greasy Strangler, I have not. I'll have to check that out. There should be a question mark, not an exclamation point at the end of that. You see, Rusty, if I started working from home again, right? I mean, on like, other than helping my father out and shit like that, I'm saying I could go online, right, and do work for companies again, and you would be sufficed. You just don't like me. Period. Right? Hell, I'll get another fucking job at Stop and Shop. There's not a Stop and Shop around here. No, I'll fucking go. Doesn't matter, man. A lot of different jobs, you know. Like I was saying yesterday, it was yesterday's live stream. I think I went live a couple times. My first job was at a poultry farm when I was 16. It was the Gotham Road Poultry Farm. And I think it was Hawthorne. I want to say it was in Hawthorne. It's like right in the border. My day's been good. Come back to New Jersey. I'd like to, but if I going up north, I mainly want to see the fucking Catskills and shit. But I'd like to, you know, see the house. Go back to the house. You know, I mean, I was there my whole life till we moved in 2020. You know, make a fucking movie, right, about my life. It's what I was doing. You know what I mean? And simultaneously captured everything. There's a few different reasons I had 4 cameras in this fucking house. Hence why the same cameras were in another house, right? Heck house. No, it's not a joke. And I suppose a lot of people in positions of power will be shocked to see I have cameras. I documented my own life, which is my right, yeah, but yeah, we know how it's going to make certain people look. Told you. Anyone else would have been about lawsuits, this and that. I'm just trying to move on with my life. So? Manny Molson. An OG. If I had to, Jake, I would. If it comes down to it. If people are insane enough, term of law, if people were crazy enough, term of art, to either or, to, you know, bring this to court or bring charges against me, refile charges, then everything's got to come out. What my family endured, the fucking case that I built, fucking, just, there's just so much shit. And by shit, I mean ironically online harassment, stalking, and then everything I filmed up in New York. No one has to worry. Understand? Everyone wants this to go away. But obviously there was somebody privately investigating in Wappingers Falls, New York. For those that understand what I'm talking about. Mark, do you use... Oh, hey, Dad, what's up? Mark, do you use physical media to store footage or cloud? There you go. Cloud. Now you're asking the right questions. Private servers. Hey, you want to watch something?
Yes, we do.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I've been on here a while. I'm going to watch something with my father. In fact, did you want to watch something different or you want to watch that show again?
Watch the show, yeah.
Alright, cool.
We'll see what happens.
Microcams, do you recommend? I could give you a couple links. I utilize gift cards at Amazon. That's what I used. But yeah, that's what it is. I mean, you could put SD cards anyways. No, you just use cloud and keep what you want and discard what you don't need. But one love, everyone.